Cherry, and I'm very glad you joined us on this blog called Frontline Moms. I'm a mother of 10 kids. I know that's hard to believe, but this is one of my kids, Lucas.
Yes, and I'm going to be her interviewer today. So, Mom, I know who you are, but what is a frontline mom?
A frontline mom. It kind of sounds like maybe a football player or something like that.
Yeah, what is it?
A frontline mom. Well, son, I have to tell you, when I started raising children more than 25 years ago, your older brother, Nathan, I realized that there would be battles in raising any child. I realized we were in a generation of time back then where Christian values were under attack. And I learned some things about training teenagers, training toddlers, raising children, managing a household. I learned a lot of stuff. But you know what I didn't understand is that the times would change, even between when I raised my oldest children to the times of now. And I'm seeing in this generation an amazing challenge with moms to know how to face a hostile culture and still maintain the kind of loving Christian influence we want to have as moms. So it caused me to look inside and say, you know, I want to make a difference. I can't say that I know everything about mothering, but I want to gather the women together and say, we've had enough of darkness and despair and gloom and bad reports about our kids. It's time for us moms to arise and say, our kids are going to make it through and they're going to know Jesus and serve Him and have a good, productive life. So would you like to know what MOM stands for? M-O-M-S?
Yeah, what does it stand for?
MOMS. M stands for we are mobilizing for battle. It is true. We are in a battle for our kids like never before. And in fact, our family has gone through and we have some battle scars and battle stories to tell you about. O stands for organizing. Organizing around something that seems so basic. Organizing around absolute truth. Now, Luke, you go to college right now. Is it a hard thing to have anybody talk about truth when you're in school?
Oh, there's no such thing as absolute truth. It's all just, well, whatever fits your situation, however you feel, you can believe that is true.
Right. So as frontline moms, we are organizing our lives, the lives of our household, and the lives of our children around God's concept of absolute truth. So that's M-O. M stands for we are maintaining constant alertness. I have to tell you, one of the reasons why we started this blog is my oldest daughter, Kaylin, and I just finished a book that we're releasing called Kaylin's Secret. It's a terrible story of how one mom did not practice constant alertness and I nearly lost my daughter. So I do have some experience to say it's not going to be that way with you younger kids. I maintain and I practice constant alertness to the dangers in the children and teen culture. So that's M-O-M.
So what's S?
S, I knew you were going to ask. S means we are serving the King joyfully. I love being a mom. I love talking about the joys, the challenges, the potty trainings, the teenage issues. I love talking about all of it, and we're going to do that on this blog. Serving the King, raising our families for His glory.
So what kind of topics are you going to discuss?
You name it, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about what it's like to be overwhelmed with mothering. I know there's been seasons when I just felt like there's not enough of me and there's too much of them. And I'll talk about how I've tapped into amazing seasons of learning about the power of God in our home and how He'll come along our day-to-day problems. So I like to write little antidotes, things that happen in our home, the amazing things that God does. Now, sometimes my videos will come to you on the blog, and sometimes you'll see my written things, and I even sometimes want to hear from our other people blogging in to say, here's what my front line is, here's where my battles are, and here's what God did for me. So this will be a forum for other moms.
That sounds great.
Well, I'm looking here on my sheet. Frontline moms love their kids. Frontline moms love to serve Jesus. And the bottom line is we're going to have a great time on this blog.